People who called you crazy are now seeing you were right about something. Laughter, happiness, joy, healing. Okay, that's why they know you're right, because none of them are laughing, but they see you laughing. Possibilities, follow your dreams, make up your mind. Believe in yourself. They feel like that's what's happened, like you were crazy enough to believe in yourself, to take a chance on yourself, or to go against something they wanted you to do. To go against their discouragement, really. They know you were right. People really talking about this, seeing you in a new way. It's a good thing. Don't let it get you paranoid. I'm getting that. Some of you might seem paranoid about this. Some of it might not feel like good attention because it's coming across so negative, but you need to understand, anything sent to harm you only makes you more prosperous. Start saying it and realize they're giving you energy no matter what. Transmute that energy. Don't return it to sender. Transmute it to positive and use it. They're empowering you. And everything they say about you, it's just their projection. So let it fall where it falls. You know, if it does go back to them, great. You know, but that's really not... Anyway, I'm just saying transmute it. Don't waste energy. Most people are just going to be quiet anyway. That's probably mostly what's going on. But if there is anything getting back to you, the kind of thing where you talk to someone for just a couple seconds and you can tell they've been talking about you, they ask you something or they bring up something and you're like, what are you trying to get at? Like they heard something or they're trying to imply, trying to... You know, ask leading questions, stuff to get you to divulge information that's really none of their business. Okay? You're onto that. Your intuition tells you, and it's not to be paranoid about. It's just they want to know what you're doing. Like, they feel like you've hidden something special from them. Like, you're prospering, you're happy. Why aren't they? Mostly, they weren't willing to put in the work. They weren't willing to take the risk, you know? People get mad at you when you have something, but they often overlook the fact that you put in so much work, but that they really don't care. You know, they don't even want to think about that. They're going to make excuses for why they couldn't. You know, that's why they feel entitled to come to you and act like you owe them something. Yeah, that's where this is going. People might be acting like you owe them something. You don't. You don't. Let your spirit guide you. Let your spirit lead you, you know. It's just that energy of everybody in town thinking you have money, so they come to you selling Girl Scout cookies, selling everything. I had a job where I did a lot of things, including accounts payable for doctor's offices and stuff, healthcare. So I would get sales inquiries because I was the contact, even though I didn't work there. But I was also privy to all their financial data. I did all their bookkeeping, everything. I was also under strict orders by them, by my boss, not to give out any money, like no money, like not even $10. I mean, it was tight. And people assumed, oh, it was a doctor's office, they must have money. Like even the employees, because one of the employees, anyway, it was really kind of a mess. It was a big nightmare. Not through anything I did, but people would call and really try to put pressure on me, like charities, you know, sheriff's offices, stuff like raising money for this or that. We know you're a doctor's office. We know you have money. Like I had a cop do that to me. I'm like, dude, I will get fired if I do this for you. I think I hung up on someone or just said, don't call back. But it was hard because it's like they were local to me. And it's like, anyway, people don't know what's going on. It's that. It's like, look, just because they're a doctor's office doesn't mean they're flush with cash. The employees didn't know. Nobody knew. It was really bad. It was really bad. But that was a long time ago. I hope all these people are doing well. But it's that. Where like people just assume things. They just assume things. It's not smart. It's not smart. Okay, I just got that. That's why you really have to overlook a lot. And I'm talking to myself here too, on this one especially. A lot of people really just aren't that smart. You're not dealing with a world full of smart people. You're dealing with people who are very entitled, people who aren't even going to understand if you do say no. You have the right to say no. I just keep getting that. You have the right to say no. Okay. I've been getting this a lot. It's like, it's damned if you do, damned if you don't. You know, if you're doing bad, they're going to say something. If you're doing well, they're going to say something. They're going to try to get something from you. That's why it's best not to even tell people things. Because people don't realize. They think they're doing you a favor by sending you attention, taking anything that takes from your time. People don't know any better, though. A lot of times, you know, they're acting from a place where they're treating you the way they would want to be treated. They don't realize what you're going through. Making assumptions. Again, not smart. Love affair. Dirty little secret. Okay, I just got that some people might be trying to accuse you of something. If that is going on and you're not doing anything, or, well, okay, whatever's happening, ignore it. Okay, I'm not trying to say I hope you're having an affair. I'm getting, a lot of times these things happen, people don't really know, they don't know all sides of the story. So I'm just going to say, for someone, like if there's a scandal, if it's not that, just some kind of scandal or people trying to pin something on you, ignore it. It's going to blow over. Any attention you give it, it's just going to make it grow. That's what they want. That's what some people want. Because some people are still rooting for your downfall, whatever. I mean, it's nothing to get hung up on. I honestly am so tired of doing readings like this. Focus on the good. Focus on the good. I'm just a messenger, okay? What else do you need to know about this? Unconditional love. That doesn't mean take everybody back. It just means send peace, keep going. Don't wish harm on people. Enough. Some people have put you through enough. It's okay to say no. Really, I keep getting that. Say no, say no. Don't let them manipulate you. That thing where you ever try to help someone, like they beg for your help, whatever, and you help them with whatever it is, and you get there and realize, wait a minute, I need more help than this person does. But they made you feel so guilty, and you're just like, I never asked for any help at all. Why don't I ask for help more? Because I must need it. Anyway, I don't know if anybody's ever been through that, but yeah, it's that vibe of people asking you for help when look, you have every right to say no, and people are going to try to put pressure. You have so much. You've done so much. Shouldn't you stop and spend 3 days trying to help me for free to do the same thing, even though it's not going to benefit you at all? That's what they're going to look. No. Especially if it's a skill that adds value, adds financial value, where they're going to make money after it. If they apply the skill, they need to pay for it. That's how energy exchange works. Otherwise, they're just robbing you. People don't get it, and they're not thinking from your perspective at all. People can only think from their limited, narrow world view. And a lot of people, really, they think like the laws in their county are the same everywhere. They think the people where they live, it's the same everywhere, especially like in their country, well, United States specifically, because that's where I live. We outgrew the federal government the day the Constitution was signed. How in the world would you expect people in Florida to be the same as the people in Washington State or Nebraska? Denmark is the size of Michigan. If you superimpose the United States, and there are places who have, go online and look. Entire countries in Europe are the same size as some of our states, but people think we're supposed to just behave like one nation, one people. When we have states with different imports and exports, different economies, different things that affect those economies, completely different laws, like even payroll, everything, property tax. But no, let's roll it up onto one two-party system. Population-wise, Europe is bigger, but land-wise, no. Still, regardless, even if the population was the same, you wouldn't expect Portugal and Finland to have the same laws, would you? What about France and Germany? What about Spain and Italy? Then why do you expect West Virginia and Rhode Island to act alike? Anyway, thank you. Thank you for letting me share. But that's the energy coming through. Okay, I only get stuff like that if it's for the reading, all right? It's that vibe. It's people who just haven't been out of their neighborhood, probably. Some people are way more sheltered than they realize. And here's what's funny. I've noticed a phenomenon. And I'm not even saying I'm not sheltered. There's stuff, we're all learning things all the time. But there's this phenomenon that has occurred with people who maybe haven't traveled much, haven't gotten out of their county, their town, their state, whatever. Where searching online, seeing things, watching TikTok videos, they think it's the same thing. Actually, TikTok is probably about as close as you're going to get. Like watching actual videos, not propaganda. Well, I mean, everything's propaganda, I guess, for someone. But to watch videos about a place, it's still not the same as living there, as experiencing it. You're still experiencing some person's opinion of what's going on. People think they're so much smarter now, and it's just increased the assumptions. It's increased the anger. People are so certain that they're right. I noticed it long ago when TikTok used to have a pinned comment, and they used to not have profile views. When they got rid of the pinned comment and turned on profile views, everything changed. TikTok became just a wasteland. It became a dumpster fire like Twitter, X. It's just like schoolyard bullies every single day. Nobody wants to look at your profile because then they're giving you attention. They don't want to judge you on your profile. They don't want to look at your profile or your pinned comment for you to stand up for yourself. They want to just immediately throw stones at you based on that video and nothing else. Like that video represents your entire life, your entire existence, one video. And you can't speak up for yourself. When people make these assumptions, because those conversations started really increasing for me after they did that on TikTok. But it's how real life is too. People will come to me with assumptions, and as soon as I say no, I've actually been through here this, and this, then they come back and say, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't know this happened to you. And it's like, I shouldn't have had to defend myself. I look at every single human being from birth on this planet as though they've been through something. That's why I would have never said that. I would never make that assumption. Because even if you're rich or something, I don't know what's going on with your finances. I've seen too much. I know that just because you have the appearance of being rich doesn't mean you have cash flow, doesn't mean you might have even 2 nickels to rub together. I mean, I know too much, but a lot of people don't know that. But that's the world we live in. The shoot first, ask questions later. Guilty until proven innocent. I'm going to judge you based on this entire stereotype, based on the way you look, the way you talk, everything about you. I'm going to judge you on that, and that's all you are until you prove me otherwise. Well, why are you so important that I must prove anything to you? You know what I mean? People just shouldn't make those assumptions. All you can do is ignore. Ignore. Just keep going. Just keep going. Put one foot in front of the other. Don't let these people hold you back. You don't need to explain yourself. You don't need to feel defensive. Don't let them make you feel defensive about it. Your story is your story. Look, there are theories that all these people only exist because you think they do, Neo. Philosophical theory is solipsism, meaning everything only happens in your mind anyway. I mean, when you go to sleep, you go somewhere else, right? You think of different things. When you wake up, you can hardly believe you left that dream world to come to this one. So when the light's out here, what happens? That's why, don't overthink. Don't overthink. Last card. What's the energy we need? You flow with love. This has been coming out like crazy. Love is the frequency. True, like unconditional, and I'm not talking romantic love. There are so many different forms, okay? Love even of just ignoring people, leaving them alone. Love them by not having to correct them, by not giving in, because that's really the most loving thing you can do is let people sort things out. They have to go through this, even if look, you are protected. Anything they do to you is only going to come back on them. Like I said, I mean, transmute to positive, but you can't help it if things go back on them anyway. I just believe that you're going to get better karma by transmuting to positive. Worrying about yourself. I don't know how to explain it. Anyway, flow with love. Love flows through you and to you. And sometimes the most loving thing you can do is say no and ignore. You flow with love. It is spoken, it is written, and so it is. Amen.